Welcome to the Trinidad Cast. This is episode 19. On the road to 20. On the road to 20. I don't know what to plan for next week, but I don't know. We might put on a party hat or something.
We might have a surprise for them. You
have a party hat? You have
when I say party, I mean
birthday party hat now. Like, you have your child had a birthday party and it had some extra hats. The ones with the string does burst over.
No. Personally, I'm not a big celebrator of birthdays and them kind of thing. It's more would be the other person celebrating it.
That's why it seems like, it's resonate, because I could care less about a birthday party. When I say care less, I mean I will care because it's somebody else's own.
Yeah.
But if it's like my birthday, I'd just be like, yeah, we good, we cool.
Yeah, me too. It's like, I'm not thankful for another year and whatever,
Yeah. Give me some if I get barbecue ribs and I have a rack of ribs, I just sit down and eat that and I tell myself happy birthday and move on with the show. But we had two non-celebratory people having a 20th episode podcast. Don't expect the world, people. Don't expect the world, right? But we just, I don't know, I might do something and pull one of the beta clips, because I had the beta clips there. Yeah. Surely where we come from 20 episodes later. All right, so my name is Mr. Charles from at makeITsimpleTT, and he is Redbit Tech, and his government name will never be known because maybe on episode 100 the government name will come up.
Yeah, maybe.
All right, this is the Trinidad Cast. So today, whatever time you're listening, we have 3 things to discuss, maybe 4. And the first one is the internet rate increase backlash. That been trending this week, and I didn't really personally do any videos on it separately, because if I do any videos on that, it'll just be one set of wild people coming in. Yeah, but we had to talk about it a little bit from a serious perspective, because we did talk about the digital increase last week or the week before. And the school bomb threat was a hoax, they said. The police Express published an article about the bomb threat being a hoax, and we'll go into that and we'll read through it, because we spoke about it last week. And the last one is the Netflix password sharing. Apparently it worked in Canada, and Netflix actually made more money. So we had to figure out what's going on there, and if when it reached the US, if that Canada thing is a precursor to what happens in the US. So I think let me go into topic number 1, which is this internet rate increase, right? So the Guardian, they have 2 things to this. One is Tat put out a very, very weird.
It almost seemed like it was influenced a little bit.
It seemed a little thing, but we'll talk about the Tat part. Let me deal with the. What you want to do first? You want to talk about the Tat post, or
I guess we could go into. Well, probably digital increasing the rates, and then into Tat, Tat.
All right,
and then overall, the impact increasing prices might have.
So this thing, Digicel would have raised their rates to 305 for the basic bundle, and then after that, the next one is 500 and something, next one is 600 and something, right? But they gave you more speed.
So I personally got the email, it was I used to pay like $285 before for 100 meg. Yes. Now it's $305 for 200 meg.
That's exactly my package also, yeah. But the jump to the other packages, it's drastic, boy. It's drastic.
Oh, for real?
There's the next available one after the 305 is 500, right? Somewhere around there.
Oh, yeah.
So it's on Monday, the things went up in April. According to this article, Flow announced to be raising its rates by 3.5%, and on May 1st, the very day that Digicel informed the customers that it will be raising their rates from $15 to $60 for some packages. It starts from June 1st, right? So Flow went up and Digicel went up. Their prices are still equitable, and their speeds Flow still has a faster download speed but a very poor upload speed, and Digicel has a slower download speed but a fast upload speed compared to Flow, right?
Yeah, but I mean the download speed still acceptable. I mean, compared to You know, the other day, I was going through some old emails, and like in 2015 or so, I saw an old Flow, when I went up back then when I was with Flow. It was like 25 meg.
25, yeah. And it was a big
like
thing.
300 or something.
Yeah,
it's
yeah.
Wow. We come a long way. Yeah, we come a long way.
The article says, Flow said the current external economic pressures are now such that as a business, we must unfortunately slightly increase our prices by 3.5%. Digicel said, the cost of international television content continue to rise. The over-the-top apps such as Netflix and WhatsApp are growing in popularity, increasing internet pressures, and that's further driving up their costs. So, Digicel was like, we really want to tell all you that all you're watching too much Netflix. Flow was like, things bad. The world in a tough place. So we had to keep up. And this article from The Guardian that was written by, I like to give the people their credit, Peter Christopher. Right, he wrote this on the 5th of this month. They are saying basically that over the past 3 years, during the pandemic, internet usage has doubled on our network, meaning that the average person uses the internet twice as much as when compared to pre-pandemic levels. Please note that this country does not manufacture internet. We pay international companies for capacity or access to links to the internet via undersea cabling that runs from the US. The more internet is used, the more links have to be paid for. So that's their justification. Now, what I want to ask you is, first of all, do you think from a technological perspective, not from a shockwave perspective, that both of them are justified in their international pressure talk?
I mean, maybe, but I kind of skeptical in terms of...
Man say maybe, yes. We want an answer, sir.
I kind of skeptical in terms of... Both of them are two different answers. They are two different approaches, two different reasons, you know. So, on face value, they probably have some merit behind what they're saying, but at the end of the day, too, you know, is a business, and everything increasing, as I think Digicel alluded to, everything increasing, inflation, all of that, you know. So they're probably looking at the profit margins and trying to increase it, because, I mean, they talk about internet usage doubling within the pandemic, but we're no longer in the pandemic. People no longer home, you know, so that increase you would have experienced as a company would have come between 2020 to 2022, not necessarily in 2023, you know, unless this is the attempt to recover in costs for the past 2 to 3 years, you know, and then going forward, probably catering for inflation and whatever, you know, so that angle.
I think here's what they're probably struggling with the most, aside from the internet part, right? Because the internet is basically an undersea cable. You pay to rent the cable, and you pay to pull a certain amount of bandwidth. So they basically subletting the bandwidth that they get from this undersea fiber cable, right? Mm-hmm. So let me say they pay for 1 terabit from this undersea cable. Then they had to break down that 1 terabit into megabits per second and spread out and come out with a cost fit. What I feel and what I kind of learned from other countries is that the TV revenue now, right? Now, TV used to be satellite. So they used to have this big satellite, and they used to get the signal and then pass that signal on to customers and whatnot. And most of the times when we're watching shows away, it's some big satellite connection or something like that. But now IPTV, basically all the TV bandwidth is now on a fiber optic cable. That same fiber optic cable are coming in. And the people who have these shows and these conglomerates or whatnot who give TV rights and thing, they saying, well, you gotta pay more to show the Olympics. You gotta pay more to show this. You gotta pay more to show that and do it. And that now jumping on the network and causing them to have to pay for more bandwidth, because now everything that they had to get had to come through this undersea cable. And I think IPTV have a part to play. And in the article, they did say something about that. They said that
that's about Netflix and
WhatsApp. Yeah. They say Netflix and WhatsApp and whatnot, but watch this part here. They said, I can't share it again, but Do you know the sponsor committee? All right, yeah. The company also noted that the cost of providing international TV content and copyright sporting and entertainment events has increased for all telecommunications providers. And I know you watch the EPL and thing. And who used to show the EPL? Flow Sports used to show it, then?
So, I never watched EPL on cable. I always...
Well, I mean, yeah. But you don't, like... Flow had it, and I think Blink, Amplia have the rights to it now or some kind of thing.
Oh,
like
Amplia, right? Okay.
So Flow, when they couldn't show the EPL anymore, it's like, oh yeah, this thing costing us too much money. We can't show the EPL games. Here we will show the Bundesliga or some other league. And Amplia ended up getting the rights to show the EPL because those contracts in Britain, they usually get renewed every 3 years. And BT Sport and
Sky
and all of them, yeah, they will bid fit. And when BT Sport and Sky, all them places bid fit, they're selling their broadcast.
Yeah, they're subletting it.
Yeah, they're subletting it to other countries like us. And that kind of money does rack up real fast. Because it's billions of dollars and people will be paying for them thing. So, as much as it's Netflix and YouTube and whatnot, I want to believe that the international pressure that I'm talking about is the actual rental fee for content
from the service providers, and you probably couple that with the fact that over the past 5 years or whatever, 5 to 10 years or whatever, people who actually subscribe to a cable package probably drop. You know, like I myself, my whole adult life, I'm 34 now. I never had cable, and I'm sure it's probably the same for a lot of people my age and younger.
Same for me.
You know, so the overall adoption rate for cable low. So if the demand low,
right, exactly.
And
if they're paying these content providers $1 gazillion to get these cable packages, and they try their best to do the triple threat, and they try to force the cable down your throat, and people just like, nah, I just want the internet alone.
Yeah.
Somebody had to smell your rat and sit down and be like, all right, if the people just want the internet alone, so at some point in time, we had to make the internet price higher because that's the only packages they want to take. They don't want the phone, and they don't want the cable, and they don't want the something. I am of the firm belief that that's basically where we headed.